Okay, so we are live once more, and I am very happy to be continuing Horizon Zero Dawn, my adventures therein. And today I'm probably at some point going to want to talk a little bit about how I think this game shapes up uh, to some others, because this game is undoubtedly um, very popular. Horizon Zero Dawn. I've been getting lots of people commenting on my social medias, as it were, that this is their favourite game of the year. This was a game of the year when it came out for them. Some people saying that for them this game is underrated, although I think it's possibly overrated, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean I don't love it. I'm really very much enjoying it, and in particular the sort of the post apocalyptic setting is magnificent. But there's just some things that make it a little bit less than brilliant, or less than it could be, I think, here and there. I'm just checking the interesting. So apparently, not necessarily getting the best data stream for live streaming, although the data number is pretty good. This YouTube being YouTube. Go to Twitch, go to Twitch. I hear so many people telling me every day. But yeah, I'll get into some of those gripes as we proceed. I think initially, I just want to just do some exploring. What's that noise it's doing? Oh, it's a fox? A fox, yes. Oh, good afternoon, Beck. Good to see you. Video seems fine. That's good. That's good. I'm getting not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming as such, and it offers me to open a widget on YouTube there. But if it's looking fine, then that's fine by me. That noise, incidentally, is a super big. It's a massive thing that's just sort of walking in a circle in these ruins. And it's a thing of beauty. It's actually on the cover of, or it's sort of part of the cover of the art book. There it is. Just a gorgeous, elegant, massive structure. Robot thing. Tall neck. Like a giraffe with a some sort of satellite dish on top of it. And they operate as sort of moving towers. We've moved beyond the Assassin's Creed sinking via towers in the landscape to this is sinking via robotic giraffe in the landscape, and they essentially they're recording everything that they see. Oh, you had a bit of a hiccup there. Not sure how far behind the chat is with the video. Oh, interesting. Well, let's see how it goes. Oh, that worked nicely. Yes, very good. Hold to override. I'm not sure that would work. I think the guy was already dead. I really have walked into a nest, haven't I? The sound effects are magnificent. But tell you what, okay, I'll start my sort of mini critique of part of the experience, and that is that the ruins, while visually stunning, and in places, for example, I was hopping on, I think it might have been in the last live stream, I was hopping on cars across a river that I thought were stones because they were so corroded, and the standard of the visuals of decay are magnificent in this game. But unlike, and I'm going to have to make the comparison, I'm sorry, unlike Breath of the Wild, for example, you can't get up there, as far as I can tell, not yet anyway, unless there's a new mode of transportation, gliding or flying or something that you unlock later on in the game. You can't actually explore a lot of this, and it's a little bit frustrating. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not as bad as, for example, parts of the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, where that really is a corridor of a game with lots of set dressing and very little interactive substance. This game, I mean, the foliage alone, for example, is just magnificent. But there's, I want to be able to climb. I want to be able to explore, and also actually, I want there to be more to find in these ruins. As it is, they are more or less empty shells without a lot going on. I mean, there's hints of stuff like this old, for example, this roundabout with a war memorial or something. Two guys on horseback. Which is actually also a nice echo of the Strider robots that you can hack and ride in the game. But there aren't little treasure troves. There are some data pods here and there, old news stories that maybe you can come across. But you don't really get any sense of anyone's life happening. And this is actually where not only Breath of the Wild, but also, for example, Days Gone comes into the mix, in so much as in Days Gone, a little bit like with The Last of Us, you get a sense of the loss of life and lives and the details of lives in the landscape and in the structures that you pass through. And in this instance, you get you feel the loss of, I suppose, the cityscape, but in the same way that you might feel the loss of a cityscape, and indeed we have been feeling the loss of a cityscape in the past year or so in places like New York. But that's just because the streets are empty. We're getting very few, a comparison between Oxford Street in London, for example, 2 years ago and 1 year ago, tells you that, okay, people aren't shopping, and there's not as much traffic, and that's about it. And that's the kind of loss that we seem to be having and experiencing so far in these ruins. I mean, as I pass through them, you notice that they are walls and floors and often no ceilings, but not much else. Oh my goodness, what's that? Oh, look at the liquid in the bubble on its back. Isn't that wonderful? Fire below back. Fire bellow back. Hostile machine. And the thing is, I get it in so much as actually Days Gone and The Last of Us, for example, take place much closer to the collapse of society than this game is. Oh no! Than this game is and does. So maybe what we're seeing here is actually an archaeological ruin, and ironically enough, as an archaeologist, maybe I should revel in that. But also as an archaeologist, I know that we would see more hints of individual lives. The detritus of, I don't know, food packaging, for example, graffiti, all this sort of stuff. It's just a little bit lacking. Love to know what happens to cause the world to end up like this. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure, I'm positive that this story will come out. I mean, already we're getting hints of the story in the game, in the prologue, for example. Just finding bits of normal people's lives. Exactly. That's precisely what I feel as though is a little bit missing. The other thing that sort of slightly frustrates me with this game is it's beautiful. And again, and the dynamic lighting is magnificent. Although sometimes the lighting will just disappear, so you'll have this gorgeous sweep of red light coming around a mountain, for example, and the shadow of the mountain being cast on the landscape in front of you, and then it will go away for a second, and then come back again. It's sort of because it's dynamic. It seems to be a little bit. The calculations go wrong or something. It doesn't quite know where the shadow should be for us for a moment. That's forgivable. That's forgivable. But what bothers me is the lack of Breath of the Wild style interactivity of systems in the game. So, for example, in Breath of the Wild, you don't have to have separate arrows for fire arrows and non-fire arrows. You simply get an arrow, and if there's a fire nearby you, you can dip it in the fire. So you don't have to swap between arrows to change the effect of the arrows, because the physics engine or physics that they've programmed into it is complex enough that it can have these intuitive interactions with landscape. The way that Aloy climbs, for example, well, she doesn't really, again, she doesn't really climb up buildings, but she also doesn't climb up rock faces. She sort of lunges knee first into them, which initially is very dynamic, and it adds to her, a sense of her character being headlong and brave. But I mean, the thing is that there are moments. So, for example, there she has this wonderful little stoop to get up a rock or to get over. If there are rocks in the landscape, let's say if we're running over here, she'll sort of let's see if we can make her react to something. React to something, damn it. She'll kind of put a hand out or a hand down as she's going and responds to where she is, like that, just like that. But she won't grip the rock there, even though there's clearly a crevice to hold on to. She just jumps at it with her knees. It lacks the elegance that this game visually has, oddly enough. And again, this is not a massive criticism. I don't hate the game, but it is a criticism. I think it could be and do more. Presumably, hopefully the follow-up on PS5 is going to be doing that. But in that sense, yes, I think Days Gone has a better post-apocalyptic world, more stories to find, more things that you can be creating in your head as you go in the landscape. But also actually resource management and resource finding and so on and so forth have such a different sense of weighting in between this game and that game. In this game, you're picking up lots of medicine plants which are very good. They actually add to your ability to heal yourself with the green bar there. So when you fill it up, you can press up on the D-pad and heal yourself, and it helps you to craft arrows and so on and so forth. But it's still it's straying a bit closer to that slightly fiddly resource management that we see in the later Assassin's Creed games that kind of puts me off in that sense. So it's interesting. Games like Breath of the Wild have spoiled us in terms of letting you go places. They have spoiled us, but I think they are kind of the future in that sense. I mean, there's just there's a numbness to how Aloy interacts with the rock face that just bothers me, especially for someone who's living in the landscape all her life. I love the way though that she contextually will comment on what's happening. So if it's cold, she'll say the cold is biting. If she slides down the rock face, she'll say, "Ooh, that scraped," or that hurts, that kind of thing. She comments on if the robots are following her, she goes, "Oh, now I'm being hunted." So I like the fact that she's not a silent protagonist, like Link, for example. Taller buildings do tease at you a lot, especially when you see a tall giraffe robot. You might think you can jump up there from their heads. Yes, this is true. And yet, the giraffe robot has a very particular pathway that doesn't let you go up to.
Could find a way to override them there.
Doesn't let you go onto the buildings that you want to go onto. So there's a church ruin back in town that it just doesn't go anywhere near, which I'd love to. Hello, Matteo. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, my criticisms to one side. I should get on with trying to do something as opposed to just wandering around aimlessly. But yeah, I feel as though the game is wonderful, but I think that the people who were saying it's like Zelda for grown-ups haven't played at that point Breath of the Wild. That said, though, this landscape is gorgeous. In many ways, graphically, I kind of prefer this style
This'll help.
to certainly some of the Zelda titles I've played in the past. Although that's not entirely fair. I think often Nintendo tailors their Legend of Zelda art style to the machine that they're working with, don't they? I don't know, close. It's so close, and it deserves to sit in that collection of Sony Game Studios PS4 exclusives. God of War, I don't have the same criticisms for, because God of War is a very different type of game. It's a bit closer to the Crystal Dynamics Lara Croft Tomb Raider type games. As I say, Days Gone, The Last of Us. Yeah, this game does deserve to be up there with them, but it's just
They're scanning
not
for
quite
me.
there, not quite there, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, what are we going to do? What are we going to do today? Where are we going to go now? We could try and clear the corrupted zones, but I'm not yet at level 11. At level 15, I am. Oh, I have 5 skill points to spend, even though I'm at level 11 currently. Light spear attacks have a greatly increased chance to knock off armor components. Go on then. Oh, I've spent 2. Oh no. Doubles the capacity of medicine pouch. I think that's a good idea. We have 1 to spend, but everything else costs 2. So we need to do some grinding to be able to carry on with our main quest. Although actually, Revenge of the Nora, Sleep at the Gates. Let's meet up with Val and Sona. 401 steps in that direction. Off we go. I do love the landscape. It's gorgeous. It reminds me of central Italy in some ways, but with a sort of a Canadian kind of twist, a tundra sort of feeling to it. That's a good question, actually. That's a good point. I haven't really have we established that this game even happens on Earth? Could this be on another planet, perhaps, with human species, a bit like Gears of War? What's that? Shell Walker, crate holders. Now, I wonder if we can. No, don't see. Oh, run away. I love the sense of urgency when she's running. It is like almost a prehistoric experience. It feels a little bit like Far Cry Primal. Oh my! Oh! Wow, the energy bubble was following me. Okay, let's keep moving. Colours are great, as is the lighting. Yes, it's so vibrant, isn't it? So lively. Which again makes it frustrating when the gameplay feels so numb in places. Yeah, the sound design is magnificent. Oh, he's looking at me. Let's try and... What are these structures? Just like a satellite around maybe. Can we override this guy? Silent strike. I don't think that will kill it. Will that kill it? No, that won't kill it. Oh no! Oh no! Run away! Oh, they are satellites. Ooh. What are these robots doing in the landscape? That's one of the other mysteries. Why are they roaming? Are they seeking resources to make more robots, perhaps? Oh. Okay, heal. Level 12 reach, that's good. Keep running. that sense, the music really helps with that sense of being chased. Oh, run out of ammo. Flame arrows, I guess. Zigzag through the trees. Okay, they haven't fallen on the ridge. That's good. Are we any closer to our... Where are they? Oh man, I'm now further away than I was before. 490... 92 steps. Red echoes. Okay. If I head north, that might help. Although it seemed to want me to head north. Okay, let's go this way. The robot sound effects are absolutely excellent. They really are. Like something out of a Michael Bay Transformers movie. Although, better than that. So, can I take on a whole pack of these guys? Let's craft some arrows. Silent swipe on this guy. What I would say is that aiming the bow while moving isn't easy. Maybe that'll change with some RPG upgrades, as it were. I've had a couple of very lucky shots so far. Wow, unused weapons. Modifications and upgrades. Let's take a look. Okay, so we can disassemble the parts that we pick up and presumably apply them to our weapons. Yeah, it says there modifications. I've got none applied yet to my bow. So let's see, can we... Maybe we're not at a point when we can. Sources, yeah, treasure boxes. Of course, I haven't opened these yet. I've been getting these for quests. Special items, yeah. So how can we add modifications to our... Not entirely clear. Disassemble. Just adding it to our capabilities or taking it away from our capabilities? disassembling, destroying a potential upgrade, and just adding to our resources? Oh dear. It is not clear. Crafting, okay. No modifications available for this weapon. Yep, I've just been destroying potential upgrades to my weapons. Great. Oh, great. Yeah, I've just been pulling apart modifications and I've gained all those resources, but oh dear. Hello, Matthew. Hello, good afternoon.
Keep that for
Honestly,
later.
rubbish. See, it's saying we're heading up there. Maybe I have to. Maybe it's the beginning of the trail is over here to the west or to the northwest. Looking at the lichen on the. Oh, you have to go. Okay, Matteo. Have a good afternoon. Have a good day. Right, so now we're heading. That's interesting. That's to come here, not to head north. Why? Also, look at the plants. The plants as models in terms of gameplay are wonderful. Really, really nice. Beautiful daisies there. If this was Breath of the Wild, you'd be able to take photographs of those things in game. Is there a photo mode, actually? There is a photo mode. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, fair enough then. Something Breath of the Wild doesn't have is a actual photo mode. Nice. Yes. Close photo mode. So I had to head over there to head over here. Okay. I need to get myself a steed to ride.
You're alert.
Hey, machine kill. Headshot. Where I'm heading to? I'm heading this way. Reminds me of I don't know, sort of Apocalypto, the movie. It's pretty good. Good photo mode. Looking forward to trying it out with Days Gone later. Yes. Yes, I know. I'm looking forward to seeing you play Days Gone. Oh no, rats! Yeah, the gearing up animation for a swing is so long. Speaking of God of War, I have the God of War art book in the post. Although I noticed that there's a God of War Atreus' diary, sort of gathering his observations and thoughts as the game progresses, and I have to get hold of that.
Lucky me.
Quick save. direction. Oh, medicine. Medicinal plant. A good, useful pickup. Yeah, probably my
needed a
favourite
wash.
photo mode so far was which was the game? I can't remember now. If it comes back to me, I'll continue this anecdote. But yes, a good photo mode is not to be. Ooh, is this a tank? Now this is an interesting hint at what's happening in the world. Really does look like a tank. Intriguing. Right, up here. Look at that. Beautiful sun effects. Lens flares and effects. Which is a weird quirk, isn't it, of computer games, is that in the way that they've been there's no reason to mimic the way a lens works. This is not actually a camera that is pointing at our hero unless we expect it, and it sort of makes sense to us as we see it on the screen. It's quite cool. Yeah, railgun attack, exactly. Quick save here. Darn you! Showing us a cityscape that we can't climb. Frustrating. So
Devil's
frustrating.
grief. Foreboding sight, huh?
Don't you ever wonder what it used to look like? Back when the old ones lived here.
You're not like other Nora.
That's what they tell me.
War Chief? Our scouts found enemy camps in the ruins, guarding the approach to the Ring of Metal.
Then we should hit those camps first. Make sure they stay quiet.
Camera on
Agreed.
Mirror 64. Yes.
Wipe out the camps.
Yes.
And our enemies
The
in
guy
the
with
Ring of
the
Metal won't see us
Fishing rod
coming.
in the cloud.
I'll take out the alarms.
We'll send Braves to each camp to lie in wait. Which you start, they'll help finish.
Clear the camps. Okay. Just look nice, I guess. They do look, yeah, and that is reason enough. They do look nice.
Braves! It is time.
Okay.
Time to fight. Time to kill. Maybe time to die. We will regroup there, at the base of the tallest tower. Then, to the Ring of Metal and vengeance. Today, we break taboo to honor our dead and punish our enemies. Blood spilled for blood spilled.
Blood.
May All-Mother
Blood.
forgive our trespass, and if not, may she lay her wrath solely upon me. Now, to battle.
So there are 3 camps to clear. How handily numbered 1, 2, 3. This is the Ring of Metal. The Ring of Metal. So after camp, I guess.
Look out below!
Don't shout that, you pillock. Getting off on a suicide mission, you just start shouting. Look out below! There's another tank. The lights. I do love the use of light in this game. It's very nice. It's very nice. Obviously, an indicator of what the machines are doing. alerted. Red is they know where you are and they're coming for you, Barbara. They're coming for you, Barbara. Oh, I see corrupted. Gotcha. Stay in this place. So we can tag their tracks, this machine's track, so it stays visible. See where it's going. Reclaim this guy. No, can't.
Whose body is that?
Hide, hide, get down.
We're under attack!
Oh dear. Those are my allies, they were with me all this time.
Lost him.
We had them.
Victory for
We
all
did it
mother.
for All Mother.
Oh, that was camp number 1 done, I guess. That's a pretty design on that top of that barrel. Clamp, 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 camp. Camp number 2. Ammo. Display alarm. That's useful. What is this place? I want to see this in the daylight. It's kind of hard to see exactly what's going on with it at night time. Okay, so we're in a structure heading towards. I mean, this looks like maybe a park or a university campus or something. Maybe this is it's called the Ring of Metal. This is where the robots came from. It's robot project at a university. So yeah, so here's something. This is one of the documents that you can sort of find lying around, and they take the form of little sort of data nodules that you can scan. So Luna, here I come. Looks like I'm heading to the moon. Met with Jerry today, and he told me some of our helium-3 mines are producing well below specs. Drone Ops has eyes on the ground up there, but even they can't say what's causing the problems. So the Corp is going to send up a team to investigate the first-hand low-G training starts Monday. Luna, here I come. Okay. Gone to the moon. Turkey. Yeah, wild turkey.
So much for being careful.
Oh, shut up. You're so loud, Aloy. Ancient ruins, devils. Ooh, that's nice. Nice mist effect. Also quite a good, almost infrasound, very low noise, presumably sort of low wind, I guess. It's a good soundscape.
gonna like this.
Destroy the alarm.
Low and quiet does it.
Where's the alarm? Just there's the alarm. Oh. Just that notion of it, that the camera effects, the lens effects look nice, and that is reason enough to indulge them. It's an
I
interesting,
can hear you. I think.
in so much as if you think about it, all elements of our sci-fi come more or less from our experiences here on Earth. You know, even in especially in Star Trek, often for budgetary reasons, xenoplanets look like Earth, but also actually aliens. You know, they all tend to be sort of humanoid in shape, and that this extends out to color schemes, to sounds,
Show your
to
face.
smells,
I've got an
sights,
arrow for you.
food styles. You know. Oh, come on.
Die!
No. Ah, the guy's gonna set off the alarm. No, rats. Don't be distracted. Talking about the philosophy of science fiction. I suppose my point is though is that we shape even the most bizarre of things in our concepts of other worlds, other places. You know, the wildest flights of imagination that we can comprehend are almost always framed within our experiences here on Earth. And that's something which, oh no, that's one of my guys, sorry. And that's something which I find, I've always found interesting, even as a kid I sort of thought to myself, you know, what would actually, genuinely think alien be? Can we comprehend it? I feel like trying to comprehend actual nothingness.
The shadow needs strength. Use it. For the Nora. For the secret lands.
Also good. Would actual genuine complete percent alienness sell? Would
You're
it be an
finished.
experience that anyone wanted to play? I suppose this is something which has been touched on in games like No Man's Sky. Of me taking the design and the elements of different worlds out of the hands of designers, putting it into the hands of procedurally generated algorithm type stuff. And even that, the seeds are based on what we know. Rules have been parameters are based on what we know. So the visual vocabulary of
For the fallen.
catching sun rays in a camera lens say an awful lot about us, an awful lot less about the world that we're in. Okay, this is not Captain 3. my, oh my, oh my.
Gonna put up a fight.
I was leaving an eruption behind me around. Okay. Not ready for that. Itchy ear. Spore was interesting, but I bet a lot of the aliens' people were humanoid or similar to animals we know on Earth. That or looking a bit like penises. I did comparative psychology at university. It was interesting how all mammals share the same basic body structure. It is, isn't it? And a key element of that is symmetry as well. You know, if often you can tell if something has a genetic problem because it will manifest in an asymmetrical, say, discoloration. You know, even literally different sides of the face or body or limbs, or we often have very symmetrical attributes internally and externally. It's not too far-fetched to think that aliens would be similar, given similar environments. This is true, but there are some very specific pressures that have been put on mammals on this planet, resulting in what we have. But then again, symmetry is one of the reasons why symmetry works. For example,
I'll find a use for you.
is the same reason that a bubble is round. It's a very energy efficient way of forming something to simply mirror the other side. And in the case of a bubble, there's no corners because corners take more energy to make than something that's spherical. They're more complex. I suppose, yeah, asymmetry would be a good place to start, I guess, in designing alien stuff. It's one of the reasons, I guess, why lots of creatures in a sort of Lovecraftian sense often are asymmetrical. One big eye, one small eye, this kind of thing. Resident Evil, I guess, is similar. Often the corrupted baddies in that game end up with like a big eye on their shoulder or something, like very asymmetrical. Oh, hello. Let's try human. Can we get to the alarm?
All right.
Hostile
new
spotted!
plan.
Get to the alarm. Easy.
Save you now!
Destroy alarm. Yes. He was very obliging, wasn't he, waiting for me to destroy the alarm? Lilies.
Press on! She's taking the high ground!
Don't do it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Get back in there and fight!
You underestimate my power. She says. I like. It's good that they have a little ladder for you to climb up. That's not all games you have that. It's like you're in the water and you find your way out.
You won't survive this.
Keep on nearly
More!
hitting
Don't
my
let up
allies.
now! Got one right here!
kind of escaped magnificent, but the and the art book looks superb. But I haven't been able, I haven't wanted to let to open
Got
it.
him over here.
I don't want to spoil anything yet. There's a I've actually got it just here. There's an image on the back of the book, which is intriguing. It's these like two people. They're sort of almost like a I don't know, a king and a queen or something on thrones. Oh, also there's the giraffe creature, the tall one on the front of the book. Yeah, these monarchs on a throne that I'm on thrones. I'm like, ooh, but I'm thinking, no, that's a spoiler. That must be a spoiler. I haven't seen them yet, so I haven't gone looking too far. Oh, hello.
I knew we did do it.
Always have faith in the Nora.
3 camps down.
Watcher here.
I haven't really used my cast that much, but at the moment it's just a shockwave effect. Tripcaster. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful ruins. Also, the way the light shines through the foliage there. You see, it's just teasing you. It's teasing you with all these possibilities that aren't quite climbable or explorable. Anyway, let's go to the tallest tower. So yes, so it's not so much it's not even really a complaint, but my observation isn't such that everything needs to be alien in order to be authentically alien. But it's just interesting how many of our more extreme, or what we think of as being extreme, visions of the past, the present, the future, other worlds, are more or less based on actually just an extreme of what life is on this planet. Or sometimes sort of observable things on other planets. Like there are planets where it rains globules of iron because it's so hot. That would be cool. Just imagine a sci-fi movie with that happen. And I suppose some of it, sometimes we get close. The Riddick Chronicles of Riddick have done that quite nicely with creatures on a very particular day-night cycle, this kind of thing.
Goddess, keep me in your memory.
There you are. Hello. So
The
now,
camps have been dealt with. Now to the Ring of Metal. Its high walls protect the enemy. We'll have to scale the height. Under fire if we're detected.
I have another idea. Their base has a weakness. Send me in alone, and I'll exploit it. If I'm successful, I'll blow a hole in those walls big enough for the entire war party to charge through.
Sounds like a plan. So long as I get to come with you.
A war chief should be grateful for 2 arrows so eager to spring from the bow. Yes, Varl. Go with Aloy as her spearmate, but be vigilant.
Yes, War Chief. I will.
Go now. We wait on your signal.
aye, Captain. Hello, Jarl, Val, but Val doesn't know where we're going. Aloy knows where we're going. But again,
You
I
have
suppose
a
Aloy
plan,
is
right?
me, so.
You followed me this far, even into the ruins. Thought you trusted me.
I do, but how would you know that this base has a weakness?
Patience, Varl. You'll know soon enough.
I've talked a lot, okay. For some reason, Aloy's dialogue has been very quiet.
Take my hand.
Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, oh. Living on a bed.
Take the one on the right.
Like shoot him in the head.
Sorry to spoil your fun.
Human kill. Oh no! Strike from above. Yeah, take the one on the right. Or the ones on the right. Search cultist thug. I will search the cultist thug. Use one. Can I pick it up then? Yes. Okay. I think I've been thinking about how it would be nice to play.
2 more. You take the one on the left.
Okay, the one on the left. The one on the left, yes. Hopefully. Sounds right. Oh, that was quite well done. Okay. But yes, I think I'd like to try and maybe play a different genre of games sometimes. I've been doing lots of adventure type, open world type gaming recently. So there's a big pile of cars.
There. See that covered shelter?
Do you see those corruptors?
Focus, Vorl. That shelter is full of blaze. The whole stockpile of it.
That's the
If I set it off, the explosion will destroy those corruptors and collapse the road too.
A breach for the Nora to charge through. Can't hit it from here though. We'll need to get closer.
I'll get closer. You head back, tell Sona the plan, and lead them to that side of the ring.
I'll see it done. And when the wall collapses, I'll be first through the breach.
Now all I have to do is make it all happen. If I can do this quietly, it'll be a lot easier.
Okay, so that guy's walking on a rectangle. No!
I need to get to that place fast.
Stopped it already. No, 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 no. I'm restart from save. Star Wars Battlefront 2, maybe. Yes, yes. Now that I have it on PC. Yes, that's a good one. Bit of a change of genre. Yeah, and also as well, I'd like to try and
Do this quietly. It'll be a lot
I
easier.
don't know, try and maybe go through a racing career or something. There's a strike. It'd be good if you could hide them. What's this guy going to do now? Investigate. Welcome to my kill box. Do I go up behind him? Sure. Oh, no. this point in a game where you're trying to infiltrate the place. You've got to remind yourself that you need to make something happen. Nothing will happen unless you do something. Silent strike. Okay. What's my next? Cover.
Just need to get a handle on that blaze and shoot it.
Okay, there's some cover up there. Let's try and get to there. That being spotted. There we go.
Retake Meridian there, getting its hands.
There's people working in here. Strike.
Over here! Her!
No!
I need to get to that blaze fast.
Okay. Ah, no.
Blaze from here. I need to set off that blaze before it's too.
Before it's too what? What was that, Aloy? Before it's too been deaded. I did have a
If I can do
lack
this
of,
quietly, it'll be a lot easier.
bombs around here somewhere. Kidnapple. Right, okay. Crouch. Crouch. Silent strike. What? Grab. Oh, I can just go along the bottom. I have to go up as well. Okay.
Just need to get an angle on that blaze and shoot it.
Yes. That's my target over there, the blazing. Come on, man, turn around. There we go. Yes, there's quite a few people in this area. I like them to spot me.
Helpful.
Let's try going over here. Silent strike. I do love that animation. That sort of hit and spin. What kind of racing games do I enjoy?
What?
Well, I used to love Star Wars racing, F-Zero X. They were pretty good. Pod racing, F-Zero X. But also, I like rally games. I enjoy
Calm.
you know.
I should be able to hit the blaze from here.
Yes, I can. Oh no! It's question marking me over there. Oh, go away! Go away! If he comes over here, I'll just silently kill him.
Let's
We
do
got
this.
company here!
I need to get to that blaze fast.
Okay, hit the blaze. Yes! That was quite good actually. I like that you've just been spotted and then I think that works for narrative in this instance. Don't just hold your spear up, you idiots. You're gonna have battles to win. Oh, ah! Oh no! Burnout, yes, of course. Burnout 3. Burnout Paradise. I love that. Although that's also a bit of an open world game, isn't it, as well at the same time? But you know, I think it's if I was doing races, then yeah, you could pop with that. Trying to avoid them. No, don't hit my allies. Maybe its weakness is its underbelly. Always go for the underbelly. Get out of my way, man! Yeah, the build up to the swing that she does is egregious. That sort of nice advantage. Just the full action. Go well trained, golf pro. Hey, it's down.
All-Mother, look upon our victory. A debt of blood is paid. Remember this day, brave Nora.
From your lips to the goddess's ears. Yes, remember it.
It's funny, isn't it? In Black Flag and this game
Be
as well,
ready to leave
the
this
crowd
place. Let your
cheering is always a
spears
little
and
bit
arrows
underwhelming.
rest in the bodies of the fallen. They are tainted, like these ruins.
Okay.
It's
Revenge of
over.
the Nora, complete.
They won't be able to kill again. The killers, this corruption, they're all parts of the mystery I'm chasing. Where the trail leads, I go.
An interesting building, though. Okay. So fighting in the corrupted zones is next on my yeah, clear the 2 corruption zones. A daughter's vengeance. Yan, a young Nora, is worried about his sister Nakoa, who left the Sacred Lands to find her father's killer. It's quite some distance away though. No, not much further than the yeah, it's basically the same as the corrupted zone. Guess I can go down the way back. Good job. Good job. Right, no, I do. I want some almonds. I'm gonna go and find my almonds. Let me pause it for a sec, guys. Also, I think I'll mute the mic as well. Just a bit of feedback. Sometimes your voice can be quieter than the game. It was hard to hear a little bit during the fight then. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that. I shall turn down the game a little. Although, which is the game on this one? Is it Elgato or is it the desktop? It's desktop. Okay. Okay. Just a touch, and that's up. Not up. Down. There we go. Mic quality is fine. You normally use a Blue Yeti, don't you? Actually, no. For live streams, I normally use I've normally been using this guy. I used a Blue Yeti in some of my early experiments, console streaming, but that was picking up far too much other noise, like the laptop or the clocks ticking, this kind of thing. So anyway, off we go. Now this is something I was just thinking actually in the hunt for the almonds. Well, this is the walnuts and almonds. But for example, in Days Gone, now having done a mission, the way back or on the road back to camp or from to the next mission, you're more or less guaranteed to. Oh come on, that's not an invisible wall, is it? What? Oh, that is just. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Video quality is okay. Okay, that's good. A few compression artifacts. That's not cool. Anyway, if I can leave this area, if it'll let me, on the way back to camp or to going to the next mission, you're guaranteed to to have an interaction with someone or something. Someone will try and run you off the road and rob you, or someone will require help. And I'm curious as to whether or not that's going to happen in this game. That sort of helps you feel as though the world is, is alive. And for such a lush game. So are we leaving? Oh right. So for the purposes of this game, I was trying to enter into what it considered to be a tunnel that we'd just passed through to get into the bad guy's base. Oh, that's yeah. So I can't hop through here, through that space in the wall. Must be a bug. It must be, well, it's either a bug or it's just the fact that it considers this to be the way that you sneak into the place. Going crossways, side to side, as we are here, not going. Yep. That's very, very specific. Right. Let's try and get a ride and try and get back to Mother's Crown, shall we? Concrete and bollards. Oh. Data log. Idiot army. I'm not sure what I expect being part of a hacker collective to be like, exactly. So far, the whole idiot army thing has been anticlimactic. It turns out being a world-renowned cyber threat mostly consists of hanging out in intentionally tacky-looking hollow spaces with dudes in anonymizing skins, most of which are like meme-based. There's a dude or maybe a few dudes with the skin modelled after the incredulous pigeon reaction hollow. Okay. So I guess trolls and cyber warriors were an issue in society before it collapsed. It's interesting that, and I think I mentioned this in the last stream, it's interesting that they speak English and can read and understand English, seemingly. You'd think, after this much time, language would have changed a bit. Right, I need a strider. I need a strider to ride. Strider to rider. Ooh, a road sign. What does this say? What does the road sign say? Used to say stop. And that's an indicator, isn't it? So if that's just about legible, STO, and the P's been eroded away, there should be more artifacts in the more sheltered parts of the ruins, I think, to investigate. Right, yeah. Striders. Are there any striders? Broadhead sight. Below back sight. Can I ride a grazer? It's kind of on my way. There's a strider. Let's head to the striders. This way. It's interesting that foxes make the same noises in Breath of the Wild as they do here. That sort of plaintive squeak kind of thing. Oh. Do I see corruption? That's corruption in the ground. Oh, rats, okay. say,
away for
campfire.
now.
That was a trash can bin. What's that? Traffic lights, road signs, street signs. So it does, doesn't it? It looks like it looks like Earth in the sense that there's lots of very familiar urban features. Oh no! Oh no! Run away! Oh! Okay. Okay. Message received. It's been raining for 3 days solid now outside, which has meant that my lovely workshop shed has sprung a couple of minor leaks, which I'm doing my best to ancient debris. Do my best to identify and then fix as soon as possible. It's a bit annoying, not least because there's an MDF, or was an MDF board that I was using to hang lots of tools on. That's just basically spored. It became covered in a light dusting of green mold the past couple of days. So I replaced that this morning. It was a good opportunity to resort and organise how the tools were laid out on the board, but annoying. It's this wet for this sort of extended length of time. Okay, am I in Strider? I am. There's two Striders around. There's one more too. Oh, that's a sawtooth. Another sawtooth. No, I don't. Oh, look at the bracken with the curled up ends. That's a beautiful detail. That's really nice. Really nice. Watcher. No, okay. No Striders. Gonna move on. What's that? Those are the fire bellowbacks. Shit. Run.
Red light.
Red light indeed. The species of the trees are gorgeous as well. Yes, we've had some snow in the area. A couple of days ago, I was doing some work on the west end of Newcastle, and there's a chunk of Hadrian's Wall that was beautiful. It was covered in snow. Took some photos. But here, specifically here, close to the River Tyne, in North Tyneside, we get lots of salty sea air comes up the Tyne, and it has to snow a lot for the snow to stick. So we haven't had any snow sticking lately. No Strider. So, incidentally, sorry if this is a particularly, a slightly dull bit of gameplay, or this particular live stream, in so much as this seems to be the game. I've been trying to find things to do, and well, I guess actually this is answering my question, isn't it? About going from place to place. Not much happens apart from random animal encounters, which I suppose are kind of all, as they say, organic in how they turn up. But again, I have to say I do prefer Days Gone, which obviously you'll be playing this evening, Beck. Look forward to watching that. Okay, so now I have a horse that I can ride. Just gonna get this medicinal herb and ride my Strider all the way home. Speaking of developments, I'm not really sure what the connection is in my head, but it's been interesting and actually quite nice to see Jim Sterling feeling so much more comfortable in him, in their self of late. The smile that Jim Stephanie Sterling has been doing lately is downright infectious. So it's been that's been like a nice little development in the community, as it were. Started fast travel more in AC Black Flag. Yes, yeah, that does become a thing, and actually that's my I need to restart Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I think, because quickly I remembered that yes, I'd left all the busy work till last, and when you're just doing busy work, it feels a bit, yeah. I get an open world game can be its own worst enemy if it's just too big, a bit too big for its own good. Which again, I think Days Gone isn't. You find yourself revisiting certain areas, and that builds up familiarity. But I think I mentioned that in one of my live streams. And I think actually it's also been mentioned in a couple of reviews that I've watched of the game. This idea that open world isn't too large for its own good. Yes, yeah, yeah. Some of the jokes were hilarious. I think Jim is a genuinely good egg in terms of wanting the best for, in particular, people who enjoy games, but also more to the point, people who make games as well. They want to see the community living up to, and the industry living up to what it could be and should be. And in some ways, it's interesting that as now an American citizen, Sterling is a constant voice reminding the US and viewers of the show about actually what actual socialism is, as opposed to the idea of socialism is communism.
Get in there and do your work.
Oh, come on. There we go. Wandering cultists. Oh no, bandits. Okay.
Full already.
But interestingly, these bandits were just walking along the road. They weren't really waiting to bandit you, rob you. That's the word. I'm a bandit. I bandit people all the time. That's what I do. But yes, it's interesting. just in a few weeks, in a couple of weeks of seeing Jim and their transformation in terms of clothes and language, just how much happier they seem to be. I think I'm very interested in and intrigued by how and why it is that some people become so obsessed with what other people do and how other people live, i.e. trying to control how they live. Because I think Jim may well be a case study for me from now on in terms of the benefits of being true to yourself. You know, if someone says to me, what do you think about non-binary and trans and all that kind of thing? I think I'll just say, well, I'm not. I don't think I am. Although that said, though, we're all a bit male and a bit female. So, you know, but at the same time, we all have a right to live. You know, to be ourselves and to be happy. As long as that happiness isn't hurting other people. Oh, I'm riding through a corrupted zone. That's why that was so bad. And I've ridden straight past where I was heading to. I want to get over here. I think a lot of the world is getting on board with it, though. People are really sick of inequality, and so they should be. So they should be. I'm just thinking about. So you know, I have some friends who are essentially Jim does. Are you the bandit? Yes. Oh my God, I am the I was the bandit. I was. They were just walking along the road, and I jumped on them with a robot horse. Jim does want the best for people. They don't let subjects slide. Keeps bringing up Ubisoft and Activision, etc. Yes, and I admire that greatly. Using that platform to not just to protest, but rather to insist that things improve. You know, and that's good. What the world's getting on board. Yes. So I think they are sick of inequality. And, but also as well, I think people tend to consider, and this isn't I'm not getting all political here. This is a social thing, a social consideration. People tend to consider things like rights. Okay, I'm not going to clear it yet. I'm going to head over here. Get away from these guys. Sorry. There we go. Why am I apologising to a robot that wants to kill me? People tend to think of rights as somehow limited, you know. In giving rights to one group of people, that takes away from the pie. You know, limits the number of slices of the pie that can be handed out to everyone else. There's this notion of where does it end, you know? And the answer, well, it ends when everyone has rights, as opposed to there being, so, for example, Jim, being able to be, and to pursue a life that makes them happy, doesn't infringe on my right to be and to pursue a life that makes me happy. That's not how it works. But some older friends that I have, people who are sort of part of my urban family, I suppose, almost like surrogate mother figures in particular, get very wound up when these sorts of issues are mentioned, race equality, trans issues, so on and so forth. And it's not because they are anti-trans or or racist in that sense. But they do get frustrated. They sort of think, oh, well, you know, haven't we been tackling this for long enough? Yeah, I know, I shouldn't be, I shouldn't be racist. And that kind of highlights that actually the conversation needs to continue. It shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be frustrating or annoying that someone else is getting their rights recognised. You shouldn't be like, oh. And if it is, I think it says something about how you view the world, also how uncomfortable you are with that sense of the pie being shared out, I suppose. In some ways, I think it indicates that you think that something is being lost by continuing to talk about stuff.
This must be Mother's crown. So I should be around here somewhere.
I can't ride my robot horse in there. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, they target practicing. I can do that. Yes, this was interesting from a physics standpoint. The target does not react when it's hit with the arrow. Rather, if you jump into it, it will move. See? But when you hit it with the arrow, it does not affect it. It doesn't alter the spin. And when it stops spinning, it stops spinning, and the arrows disappear. Oh, there you go. Okay, so there's a slight movement there,
The snow's got a bite out here.
but not. Look at that. Not as much as you would think. That's a bit of a physics quirk, I think, in this game. Right. On we go. Onward to glory. Ooh. Where am I heading to? Said I was heading this way.
My own damn fault. Should have got out of there quick.
Oh, just lots of mission givers. I want to talk to Solai. Who is over here? No, that's not Solai. Where are you, Solai? Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Are you Salai? Jan said your niece may have come through here. Koa,
I've got nothing to say about that.
please, I only want to help. I'm a seeker headed north. Jan wanted me to help find her. Anything you tell me stays between us.
I gave her supplies for the journey. She was headed for Day Tower looking for Zaid. Nothing I could say would stop her.
Okay. Who is Zaid?
What do you know of Zaid?
He's a rabid animal, a murderer. The worst of the Red Raiders. Killed my brother while poor Nakoa watched from the shadows. Even as I begged her not to go, part of me wanted her to. I need him dead as much as she does. You can't imagine what it's like. He mutilated my brother. And yet he walks free among the Karja.
I understand. Better than you think.
Where is Day
Is
Tower?
there anything you can tell me about Day Tower?
It's a Karja fort, right at the border. Bastards used to gather Nora captives there, so they could ship them to Meridian for slaughter. I told Nakoa not to go. What's a lone Nora gonna do there? But she wouldn't listen. All she can think about is finding Zaid.
I wonder what the significance of the face paint is, because I'm just going to repeat what she said about Zaid there.
What do you know of Zaid?
Because the
He's a rabid animal, a murderer, the worst of the Red Raiders.
you know,
Killed my brother while poor Nakoa watched from the shadows.
in actual
Even
human
as I
groups,
begged her not to go,
the
part of me wanted her
application
to.
of face paint is normally
need
for
him dead
very
as much as she
particular
does.
things, like
You can't imagine what it's like.
fighting in a war or
He mutilated my
going
brother.
on a spirit quest,
And yet he
something like
walks free among the Karja.
I understand.
that, or for ceremonial purposes.
Better than you think.
But this person appears to be
I'll look for Nakoa when I reach Day Tower.
simply
I'm
living
not
their
sure
life.
you can reach it. I've heard they closed the gates because of this corruption among the machines. But Maria might know more. Just don't mention why you're asking.
I won't. I promise.
Okay, where's Maria? Maria, I've got to say her. All the way over there. Okay. Let's see what all these new quests are about, shall we? New quest.
War Chief Sona, you're reinforcing Mother's Crown?
If the Nora are to weather another attack by the Metal Devil, we must brace our defenses. Still, the concern is not yours. You're not mine to command.
You can still ask, War Chief.
Very well. We need to harvest Lancehorns. They carry chill water, and their lenses have many uses also.
I have chill water now.
Good. Our ice and fire will stay buff the machines. That leaves the matter of a Lancehorn lands. There's hunting to the west of here. I also need the watchtowers stocked with signal arrows. Take these to Orn's Tower in the south. If you would.
Okay. That's good. Errands to have. So whereabouts are we? Let's see on the map. So Mother's Crown. Right. Yeah, I thought Mother's Crown was this spot here, Mother's Rise. No, it's further north. It's certainly outside the Valley of the Embrace, which is the homeland of the Nora, sort of the heart of the homeland of the Nora, where we started the game. So we are all the way up here now. Okay. But yes, exactly. We should all get a full pie, and if there isn't enough pie, as far as you're concerned, then make more pie.
Brave! Mother's
It's as
Crown
simple
could
as
make
that.
use of your bow.
Me?
Well, you are a brave, aren't you? We need boar skins. Our stitcher works his hands raw, repairing cloaks and armor. There's good boar hunting to the east, past the falls. But there's a machine out there now. When I saw it, I dropped the hunt, ran for cover, knocked an arrow, but then I...
No shame in living to fight another day.
No, it's... my ring had come loose. That was my luck in the wild. My mother's prized from a machine's jaws long past.
You put that much trust in a ring?
After all that's happened, I need luck as much as the tribe needs those skins.
I'll see what I can find.
If you can help, you have my thanks. I'll be at the campfire when you come by again.
Am I looking for the ring? Seriously, he's asking me to find a ring. Yep. Sorry. I choked in incredulity. I need to go and find someone's ring. Okay. What are the odds of finding his ring, I wonder? Ooh, nice kill. What's this
Next
quest?
time, I'll remember what the make.
What happened to you, Hunter? Are you all right?
Oh, I'm grateful for this wound. It's a lesson I won't forget. And you should heed it too.
How's that?
I was chasing a galloping grazer, so intent on my prey that I didn't see where I was going. Right to the threshold of a cauldron.
Blimey. What is a cauldron?
A cauldron. What's that?
Ah.
Yeah,
from
go and
inside
find a
the
ring.
abyss, so you've never seen one. A cauldron is a sort of door, I guess. No one knows what lies beyond. Some say machines are made inside. Others think they're dens of evil, where the spirits of the metal devils linger. Same thing, I suppose. Whatever they are, they're forbidden.
What's the
You
lesson?
mentioned a lesson before. What did that wound teach you?
As I stood before the cauldron, my prey scampered off, and I stared, dumb with wonder. For a moment, I was a child again, wrapped from stories told by hunters at the campfire. I had a powerful desire to see what was inside. That's when the Watcher attacked. Cauldrons are guarded, you see. I barely fought it off, and got the scrape as a reminder. There's a reason the matriarchs forbid those places, and not just because they're dangerous. We weren't meant to see what's inside. I'll never waver again. This scar will see to that.
But for a moment, you felt something. A sense of discovery. Are you so sure that's a bad thing?
Has to be, right? Or I wouldn't have been punished.
Getting the cart before the horse there, I think, but...
Where can I find this cauldron?
My point is, you shouldn't.
Then describe the place I should avoid.
You're a clever one. But not so clever as to heed my warning, I see. Fine, you're grown. I can't stop you. It's dead north of here, past the red drifts, built into the side of a mountain. Just remember, I told you to stay away.
Okay. I am curious about that cauldron.
How could the Carja
As I told that's measure of what sort of game player
You're
I am.
the Seeker. The one who was an outcast. My hunting party. My party has... You fought the
Perished.
killers, didn't you? The ones that attacked in the Proving. You saved many lives.
I wish I could have saved everyone.
Did you... How far did you follow the killers?
What are you getting at? Are you worried your hunting party has been killed?
There are worse things than being killed.
Wasn't being killed?
What's worse than being killed?
I'm not like you. I can't live as an outcast. I'm afraid... My friends went into the ruins. I can't go there, or I will be
Close
cast
the
out.
blinds, I think.
But I can't abandon them either.
Hunting party. Hunting party.
What's worse than being killed?
No.
I'm afraid.
What was your hunting party doing?
After the Proving, we were so angry. We wanted to strike back. And those corrupted machines left tracks we could follow. We caught up to them at dusk. We fought with all our burning hatred. But in the dark and chaos, I couldn't see everything. They stampeded, and then I was alone. I ran back here, but my party is...
Yeah,
Party
I
is
want to know what's in the cauldron. What exactly do you need from me, you rambling so-and-so?
Tell me what you want. Speak plainly.
Find my friends. We were so eager to fight the corrupted machines, we didn't realize we'd reached the edge of the ruins. You're a seeker. You can enter Devil's Thirst without judgment. But please, have pity on us. Don't tell anyone we were there.
You have nothing
No, I
to
have
worry
been to
about on that
Devil's
end,
Thirst.
trust me. I'll see what I can do about your friends.
In fact, we liberated it in the last live stream. I'm pretty sure. Oh, she's like, oh, the snow. I think she was... had her hand
Some
up.
things are beyond our ken.
Anyway,
Only
let's
veterans.
go to the cauldron. Straight to the place we're not meant to go. North of here. So that's... Side was errands. Cauldrons. Ah, there we go. First cauldron. It's a whole category of its own.
Next time, I'll remember what the victory
This
was.
one. On to my horse. And to the cauldron. Oh, no. Hunters gathering, day tower. Okay, so that's where day tower is. This way. I kind of like the way that the way marker moves when you reach it. So it's almost like it's taking you to one corner or to one turn and not to the next turn, so on and so forth. But it does mean that that weird... Oh, there we go, some actual bandits doing bandit stuff. Oh my goodness. What the heck happened there?
Who's that? Ain't afraid to die, ain't afraid to kill.
There you go. But like earlier on when it was insisting that we went to one side of a mountain chain before it would guide us to the north, that was a bit strange. So yeah, so some quirks. Yeah, what is this? Nice. Oh yes, I just killed my ride. That was a strangely comedic little chime. So do 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 do. Say hello to my little friend. Oh yeah. Who's hunting me? Let's walk over the bridge, I think. Has abandoned a cart in the road. Right, is there no one to... It looks like this fires basically giant harpoon arrows. I think that's what's going on here. Look at the ammo. Sort of counter on the right there. Yep, giant arrows in a tube. Darn it, I want something to shoot at. Where's that turkey? Oh, is that a signal? Unidentified signal. Oh, it's over there. Intriguing. Anyway, where's the humanoid? Are those good guys or bad guys?
You there! I hope you've come to help, because we're getting slaughtered out here.
I am here to help. I've got a giant harpoon thing. I want to find someone to harpoon for you. Quick save. Oh, there you go. The fire will show us the harpoon a bit more closely. Yeah, that is quite cool. It's crazy, but cool.
There's a signal here.
There's a signal. Oh no. I've run out of ammo now. Oh dear. It was worth it. Oh, now it's daytime.
Here they come.
Where'd you go? strike from above appears to be quite specifically contextualized. So I've been trying to use the strike from above button. Anyway, where's the signal?
This must be the cauldron Drow was talking about.
Oh, it's above the cauldron.
There's gotta be a way in.
Oh. Oh. This is cool. Oh, so they're going to... Yep. Oh, it's got like a laser. Search graph.
Quite a door. But how to open it?
Should we override it? Yes. So maybe the signals that we've been identifying so far have been to other cauldrons. Where is the signal now? Is it in front of us? It must be outside. What an interesting place. Be right back. Okay, cool. I will hold on before I rappel down. Actually, I think that with the mountainside outside, or mountainscape outside, is quite nice. Actually, I think I might take a screen grab of that. The floor appears to glow as well. Is this what the machines are gathering, digging resources for? For the cauldrons? It's a possibility. It is distinctly a possibility. To the cauldron. Oh no, I've dropped a reason. Someone on Twitter. I really wish PlayStation wouldn't email me with "thank you for your purchase" after I download a free PlayStation Plus game. It gives me a heart attack every time. Yeah, I recognise that. Darn it, I want to see what's inside the cauldron. What is Beck doing? the arrow sort of on the floor outside the cauldron is interesting. Yep, the signal is now gone, presumably because we've opened the door. It's also interesting that the signal reaches out to Aloy's focus in that sense. So to people who are wearing this technology. Popping about. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes, this is the cauldron back. Yep. I was just waiting for you, since you wanted to see it. So we're inside. I'm saying the contrast with the mountainscape outside is quite nice. But now we can rappel off here. It's interesting though, yes, that it was reaching out to Aloy's focus computer on her ear.
Metal.
This is really quite beautiful, isn't it? Again, it's you know, my criticisms earlier. I mean, look at that. That is. I'm gonna have to take another screen grab, I think. That is gorgeous.
That thing looks like a triangular pipe. What's it for?
Some little bit HR Giga in terms of design.
Those things are moving components around. I wonder where.
Oh yeah, get in photo mode for the screen grabs. That's a good point. Then I won't have the HUD bothering me. Okay, I'll go back. Because that one I think was worth a proper
I can get out of this.
proper grab. Think about the triangular. Let's go here. And photo mode. And get the field off. Oh, you can change the time of day in photo mode. That's quite nice. Border vignette off. Yeah. I think I just like it as it is. I'm gonna. So maybe just there. Just frame her head a little bit. And how do we take a photo? Hide UI. And then presumably you just screen grab that. There we go. Yes. No, I like that. I like it a lot. Thank you for that, Beck. Oh, actually, that's also cool. Let's see if we can. Will there be more blue? Yep. I'm going to quickly photo mode that as well. Yeah. Okay. On we go with our adventure. There's something very alien, isn't there? And very otherworldly about a triangular tunnel. Very efficient. almost too much going on here to really take it all in. It's how do all these elements fit together? What are they working to achieve? And here we are, much more naturalistic. Naturalistic sort of rocky outcrop.
I'll tuck that away.
It's almost like a triangular version of the sort of geology that we see at Giant's Causeway, isn't it? So, like the rock has been carved or corrupted in some way to. I guess we're heading this way. I think it's the blues. Flight of the Navigator. Yes, it is a bit of Flight of the Navigator, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit. So we're climbing up there. I guess so. Even the lights are triangular. Oh, wow. This is why we need a Switch Pro, actually. As beautiful as Breath of the Wild was, the lighting effects that more powerful consoles can achieve are impressive. As we're heading this way.
That thing near the gap. What does it do?
This thing.
Very helpful.
Very helpful. Ooh. Very helpful indeed. So yes, as I was saying on Twitter, I have very particular thoughts about the No More Heroes. So the Not a Hero DLC on Resident Evil 7. There's one room that bothers me immensely, and that might have to actually be a little like a video where I can sort of reference it and talk about it properly. Put it into context with, maybe even compare it to Mario, because actually there's this. I think it's breaking a central and simple tenet of gameplay design. That's sort of the contract, as it were, that games make with you as the player. And compared to the main game of Resident Evil, it's such a letdown in terms of quality. Not the whole DLC, just this one particular room. I think it might have to be almost like a little video essay. I think not too long, but might be the best way of making my point.
It looks like those flying machines move components around. Might be able to take me somewhere.
Okay. Can we jump up? Yes, we can.
Might regret this. It's true. Machines are built in these places. But why? And by who?
Yeah.
That's the heart of it all.
It's almost like the rock is lighting up around me. These little strands of data, energy. Guess we'll climb up here. Let's head over there.
Okay, Aloy, now what?
It just feels as though I'm in their home. I really need to grab onto the side of this crate to get me over the gap. That makes sense.
It'd be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
Oh no, oh no. I'm trying to take in my surroundings. Whoa! What the heck is that? Oh, no. I was too hasty there. Don't be hasty, Mr. Baggins. Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's rats, here it comes again. I'm getting a little bit lost now. Like the machines won't give me a moment to just to orientate myself. How rude of them. Get my eye. I mean, this feels like an alien space, doesn't it? Not meant to be navigated by people, really. And so yeah, hence you're having to make use of moving parts. Kill it? We did. Oh. Shell walker. Okay, we saw one of these outside earlier. We're heading over there. Okay, so we're getting closer. Okay, so it seems like immediate danger is dealt with. Inventory is full. Let's take a look at our inventory. Damage coil. Let's add a damage coil to our bow. That's a good idea. And a tear coil. And now we might be able to pick up whatever this guy has.
Can't carry more.
Ah. Disassemble. There we go. 39 steps. Just 39 steps to go. It's all the way up there. Auto ride. It's funny that she knows that the mushrooms that she's never seen before, or seemingly never seen before, are good for medicine. It really is so hard to know where. Oh, which way is a platform? Can we slide on this? Yes. It's never ending. Never ending. Oh, you think it must be? Yeah. Yes, maybe it was like an alien-human war or something that occurred in the past. Or this is the machines doing what, you know.
Almost to the heart.
This is machines doing machine. Hold down. I like how her rappelling involves leaping off first and then turning in midair.
Saving these for the trail.
Well, I'm definitely glad I came to the cauldron first, after those side errands. Looks like something out of Ghost in the Shell. Very nice. Override the core. Oh, it's making a fire bellow back, right. Rappel down. Woven out of light. I really hope this isn't going to be an arena battle. This isn't an Amazon warehouse. Kind of like the real world Matrix too. It is a bit like what the machines are doing to people in the Matrix, yeah. that sort of light and general intensity of machinery. Amazon warehouse. Where are the bottles of piss? Where are the bottles of urine?
I'm ready. Gotta be.
Let's climb. Can we override this? We can. Oh, there are a few cores to do.
What machines am I currently tinkering with stuff?
Oh, now that core's lowered. Oh, rats! Oh no, I'm gonna get killed! That's a dead end. It's so hard to know what a dead end is, and what is and isn't a dead end in this space. Can we override that? Nope. Heal myself, need to heal. Otherwise I'm gonna get fireballed. Okay, that's better. See, previously I fought one of these with a whole warband helping me. Okay, don't die, don't die, don't die. Get out of the flames. Heal, heal. Okay. So it wasn't charging, I don't think, in the previous battle. Ah! I'm watching. Oh, he's being a bit standoffish. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness! Oh. It's even having an effect on it. Don't jump into the fireballs. No, no. So much fire. Yeah, I've definitely come into its home and it's not happy. Ah, yeah, dead. Dead as a doornail. You have to breach the tank. Yes. Maybe using the sharp arrows first, and then following that up with. Oh, sorry, I'm not in frame. There you go. Maybe that's the way to go.
This is how machines are made. Flight. There are signals coming from all over the place.
Yes. Well, I was trying to deal with the other ones, but that last one was just awkward. Okay. Back around the wall.
That machine's not gonna let me tinker with this stuff.
Okay, let's just deal with these guys. One dead. It's interesting that they don't seem to damage each other when they collide. Is there something I can climb up on? No. No. Okay, run away, run away. Fire coil. Ah, yes, there's definitely armor on the top, isn't there? Ah, wasn't paying attention to my life bar. Silly me. It'd be good to see though what cables. What happens when you finish this?
This is how machines are made. Moving out of light. There are signals coming from all over the place.
So are there any other pouches around before we turn off the core? Supply crates. Okay, so what does the fire coil do? Fire damage. Okay. very rare. Yeah, skill points, that's a good point, yeah. 4 to spend. Press R when hanging below human enemies to perform silent takedown. That would be handy, but not right now. Strong strike. Yes, that sounds reasonable.
Your skin.
Especially for getting the little ones. Any others before we wake up the guy in the middle? There's 2 down. Oh, is that another pod? No, we've got that one, okay. There goes nothing. Override.
What machines make them stuff?
Right, so these guys come running in. No, no, no. Heal a bit. Yep. There's 2 down. Yes, the electricity trap I've set. It walked into it. I don't let it get any cheap shots. Oh, it's destroying the barriers as it runs. Healing. I think I'm doing much better, yeah. But I shouldn't count my eggs before they're hatched. I'll count my chickens before they're hatched. Rats. I looked down. I looked down at the chat. It's a better boss battle than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be, you know, an arena full of waves. You know, nice timing on reading that message. Yeah, I'm doing much. weakness, gullet. So when it rears up, that's when it's at its weakest. The bubble. What? Ah, it trapped me in the bubble. That's not fair. It would be nice to beat this boss before this stream's up. It would be nice.
This is how machines are made. There are signals coming from all over the place.
Come on, I'm not going to go anywhere near that bubble. Come on. First solo boss fight. Might be actually. Yeah, I think it might be. It's going to be about hopping around and picking off the armor when I can, and then taking advantage when it rears up, going for the gullet. But presumably this is by design, I guess. You know, you are warned not to go to the cauldron.
Should have brought a cart.
Interesting. So that fire upgrade is handling coil, very rare. If you equip a mod in a full slot, the old mod will be lost. Tinker, skill not learned. Okay, that's fair enough. What does the handling coil do? 58% handling. That might make aiming, I guess, more easy. The electric trap did do very well. I'll have to definitely use that again. What does tear coil? Yeah, I'm going to replace it with the handling coil. Hopefully we can rupture a tank. That would be good. Okay, so let's take another look at skills. I can respend those if I want to. Strong strike, scavenger, traveller. Expert carver, increased chance to loot skins. No. A damaged mount using metal shards. That is something I've been wanting to do from the beginning of the game, but I won't get that just yet. Knockdown. Heavy spear takes one knockdown. Machine slash there. Double shot. Using R1 while aiming to notch additional arrow on all bow weapons. That could be useful. Concentration increases the maximum duration of concentration. I'm gonna go with double shot, I think. I think that's what I will do. Let's take a look at. See if everything's okay with that. My lovely wife, everything's okay. I think she's snoozing. She's having a nap this afternoon. strike one of these from above? Or are we completely flat when they come in? Didn't even come in past me this time. Oh, come on, man. It's that long wind up for the strike. It gets me every, well, not every time, but quite often. It's my downfall in melee combat. Just back off. Where's he gone? There he is. No, no. Oh. And Aloy was never seen again. She was warned not to go to the mountain, but she didn't listen. Just get it to come to that trap. Yes. I think I've got no more health at all. Out of ammo, craft, 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 run away. No. Ah. You got it this time. I was trying. I was trying. It's a good. I'm liking the boss. I'm finding it pleasingly challenging. But should we go for one more time? And then maybe I'll need to take a break from it and come back to it at some point.
I can still get the upper
Well, that's true. Yes, I am definitely learning new techniques each time. Yeah. A little bit of
Pass the test.
something satisfying to the gameplay loop there. Okay, skills. I reckon strong strike. So if we can get it with the trap and then hit it with the strong strike, that would be very satisfying. Can we craft any more of those traps? Traps and potions. Shock trap. We can craft more shock traps. Detonating blast trap. Yes, please. Blast trap. Yes, please. Okay. I didn't realize you could do this. Let's in the crafting. Can we modify outfits? Modifications. Effects. Resist corruption. Stealth. Stealth. It's not so useful in this battle. Modify weapons. Fire coil. Yes, I will do that. Traps and potions. Carrying capacity. Potion pouch. Upgrade potion pouch. Yes. Notebook. So where's the fire bellow back? Okay. Body swollen with volatile liquid cargo. It can spray streams of its cargo to engulf enemies. We've definitely seen that. Blaze canister. Blaze storage canister, shooting elemental canisters with elemental ammo triggers an explosion that will damage everything nearby. Shoot off this component to collect resources inside. Cargo sack. Destroying this component disables the ranged elemental attack. Triggers or elemental explosion, damage anything within the area. Gullet. Destroying this component will disable fire attacks and trigger a large explosion, setting fire to anything in the area. Okay. So maybe focus on one or two parts possibly of the body. Oh, there are flying robots. Seemingly. To override.
What machines have been anti-corruption?
Okay, so I'm going to go for a trap first. Let's go for an explosive trap. Another one. It does seem to hit it, which is good. Just heal, heal. Don't die because I'm enjoying the traps. Let's go for electrical trap. Okay, now use this time to trash these guys, if I can. There we go, that's another one down. Lay another electrical trap. I'm going to avoid the fire, but get it to come in my direction, that'd be good. Come on, come on. Yes! strong strike. Hopefully, that's an improvement. Now run away. Lay another trap. Come on, come on. Come on, charge me. There's ya, there's ya. Ah, no, he walked into it. Well, at least that's the little guy out of the way. Another trap. Come on now, come on. Come on, come on. Let's try and avoid the fire. Yes! And I can still heal a bit as well. So, heal, run away.
Okay. You're okay.
Oh, component removed. Let's put an explosive trap down this time. Hey! Woohoo! Can we pick it up? We can. Oh, no. Oh, hopefully this doesn't mean I can't go and salvage the bits off it. I accidentally overrode the core.
Information about different machines.
That was good. That was
This
good.
will help me overwrite them.
Oh, it is. It's going to take me out of the room before I had a chance to salvage my spoils of my victory. Ah, now I'm back at the beginning. Oh, would have nice to have got those bits. Oh well, would have been nice. Would have liked to have done that. Level 14 reached, and outside is dark.
Useful.
I was in there for a while. Sigma core log. That was good. Nicely done. Thank you. Thank you very much. I very much enjoyed that, actually. That was a good boss battle. Good boss setup, actually. Because it felt as though it was running the risk of being a cheap boss, but actually no, you just needed to... or I just needed to investigate my capabilities, my traps, and ways of defeating the big bad. It has been a longer than usual stream today, but it has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much, guys, for turning up. But I'm going to have to head off now, because I think we need to make tea before we have a Zoom call with people. And then at 10 o'clock, I'll be tuning in to see Beck on Days Gone. I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, with anticipation, I will go and see you later, Beck. And thank you guys for watching. Until next time, do take care, as ever. And yes, I did learn a lot combat-wise. So, yeah, a good boss teaches you things. But yes, as I say, take care.